Hello, everybody, and welcome to Academy on Air. We're coming to you live from Dublin. We wanted to say sunny Dublin, but that appears to have changed in the past 2 minutes.
No surprise.
quite typical of Ireland. But anyway, my name is Roxanne Brownlee. I work as a new business manager supporting our UK agency team, and I'm joined today by Karan.
Thanks, Roxanne. I work on the agency media business as well in the UK across different agencies, and happy to be here and joining you on this.
Yeah. And to tell you about what we're going to talk about today, today's episode of Academy on Air is focusing on the announcements that we made during Google Marketing Live. So very excited to get started on that. But before we do, there is a link to a survey in the video description and in the YouTube chat box.
Yeah.
So when we're done, if you guys could take 3 to 5 minutes to fill it out and let us know what you thought of today's session, anything we could do to improve, that would be much appreciated. Outside of that, though, we'll kick off. So what is Google Marketing Live? So first of all, if you're not familiar with Google Marketing Live or GML, Google Marketing Live is an annual event that brings together leading digital marketers from around the world to hear about our new product announcements for marketing solutions. So we've been holding this event for about 5 years already, and this year it was held in San Jose on July 9th to 11th. And today we're going to touch shortly on some new products and features that we announced at the event. Okay, for the agenda today, as you can see, there's quite a lot to go over. We've got a whole range of announcements and new features to summarize for you.
Yep.
All right, so we'll dive in. I'll turn it over to Karan to give you the first suite of updates.
Thanks, Roxanne. So before we really talk about features and what's changing in terms of offerings and campaigns, I think most important is that we are rebranding. We are not Google AdWords anymore, and we are Google Ads. And this is an important announcement that we made in GML. What you know today as Google AdWords, of course, will be changed into ads. It represents a full range of advertising capabilities that we offer today, right from search, display, shopping, YouTube, and apps, even beyond, right? So it's to help businesses of all sizes and all of our customers. As technology and consumer behavior evolves, we want to make sure that from a UX point of view, from a tech point of view, from our side, we are giving the best experience possible to all of you and everyone that you help manage these businesses. So this is not the only thing that we are renaming, though. You might have heard that our double-click products will also be bucketed under Google marketing platforms, for example. That's another one of the changes.
Exciting times.
Yeah.
Big changes. What do you think of the rebranding?
Well, I'm happy because I've been using the new UI as well for a while now. And I think the interface is very smooth, a lot of shortcuts, and you can get in there. And personal opinion, but I think it's kind of where we want to be from a technology point of view. And as I said, that consumer behavior is evolving. And generally in this space, as tech evolves, I think we're doing the right thing as Google in terms of what a modern UX should be for something like an advertising platform.
And we definitely get the benefits out of it. So we hope everyone else does as well.
Cool. So what we're going to focus on, most of the announcements, we'll bucket or categorize them into 3. The first one would be around a simpler experience, then around better results, and lastly, we'll talk about stronger collaboration as well. So I'll talk about the simpler experience to start with, and then I'll hand it over to Roxanne. So in simpler experience, the first thing that we have is smart shopping campaigns. And why we go with smart is because it's simple, first of all, and the smart thing to do is to keep things simple and let people focus on their own businesses rather than just spending a lot of time on their advertising. So this is something which is focused on all of your retailers' business goals. So it could be, for someone, it could be target ROAS, return on ad spend. For someone, it could be target CPA. And this uses machine learning at its best across the suite of Google ad networks. So automation does most of the heavy liftings. So retailers not really spending a lot of time on the campaigns or managing it. And then you have automation that's maximizing your conversion value, whatever your goals might be. On an average, we've seen 20% uplift in conversion value for users who've been testing this product for us, thankfully, and giving us a lot of feedback as well. And from a reach point of view, it's amazing because it's across search, display, YouTube, and Gmail. One campaign optimizes reach across all these platforms and also gets you better conversions, whatever your conversion goals might be. So yeah, that's smart shopping campaigns. Moving on, we have, let's take the shopping out, smart campaigns. What do we do there? So this is specifically for small businesses that, either could be, their goals could be to drive store visits, or their goals could be to drive conversions online, phone calls, lead gen, and it's making it easier than ever before to get started in Google Ads. Some of you might have used our product called AdWords Express in the past. Eventually, smart campaigns will be replacing AdWords Express as a product. So again, this will have Google's machine learning technology at its very center, and it'll automatically be managing search and display campaigns for you. From a performance point of view, it's going to drive better results with simplicity. And of course, you spend much lesser time managing your campaigns. So you let machines do all the hard work, and humans can focus on stuff which is more strategic, which requires more cognitive ability, I would say. Yeah. The next bit is local campaigns. Now, this is specifically focused on shop visits, more for brick and mortar stores, I would say. Omnichannel advertising has been a hot topic, as we've seen over the past few years. More and more tech in this space, it's getting improved, and there's things which is making it simpler for everyone to measure the impact of ads online versus footfall in their stores. So this is something that helps you with that. Again, it's dedicated to optimizing for store visits, and like all of our other smart campaigns, this is cross-platform. So you'd be able to manage this campaign across search, Google Display Network, YouTube, and most importantly, Maps as well, to achieve your offline objectives. And as always, it's simple to use, and it's dedicated campaign using smart bidding. Well, that was a lot about a simpler experience across shopping, local campaigns, and just smart campaigns. For what announcements focused on better results, I'll hand it over to you, Roxanne.
Yeah, perfect. So we'll talk about the new product announcements that focus on getting you better performance. And first and foremost, we have responsive search ads. So responsive search ads, they simplify the creation and management of search ads. They give advertisers the opportunity to provide multiple headlines and descriptions to create one ad that adapts to show the right message to your customer, again, taking that workload away from you. And by using responsive search ads, advertisers are eligible for a larger new ad format that can potentially show a text ad with up to 3 headlines and 2 descriptions, giving you the opportunity to get even more information in front of your customers and potential customers. And these ads are generated by machine learning that mix and match those headlines and descriptions provided on what's going to perform to ensure that the clients get the best ad for a given search query. So what this sort of breaks down to is performance uplift. We see the benefit of the Google's advanced machine learning models. And in general, we expect that ad groups that use responsive search ads will see a click uplift of 5 to 15%. Wow. Yeah, pretty substantial. Pretty good, yeah. And in terms of simplicity, these are modularized text assets that allow AdWords to create one ad that adapts to show the right message to the right customer in this larger ad template with that 3rd headline and that 2nd description. So you're able to put more information in front of the user in an easier way. And then in terms of controls, it's not all up to the machine. So you can define each headline and description and control the messaging to your users, enabling you to pin any specific headline or description that you want to always appear to the user, irrespective of what the machine learning is picking up on as effective. So that's responsive search ads. Another thing to talk about is mobile speed score. So we know mobile is becoming more and more important every single year, and we want to make that as easy as possible, and you guys to understand how you can improve in that regard. So we've introduced the launch of our mobile speed score on the new landing page reporting tab. it gives you a speed index, which is a 1 to 10 score that tells you how fast each of your landing pages are. And a higher score can lead to an increase in ad performance. So pages that pages that score a 10 load extremely quickly, whereas pages that score closer to 1 load very slowly. And this might hurt your user experience and then in turn your conversion rate and the performance of your campaigns. So what this breaks down to is an improved quality of mobile landing page experience, gives you the opportunity to spot where you need to have faster page speed, and then as a result, potentially use those insights to drive improved ad performance once we fix some of those hiccups.
Yeah, probably a good time to start optimizing your mobile pages, right? Because almost every market has more mobile traffic than desktop now. And if your market doesn't have that currently, I'm sure in the next 12 to 18 months, mobile traffic is going to cross desktop.
Yeah, it's definitely done so in most industries, and those who are a bit behind are rapidly catching up. So really, really important to keep on the radar. And it's great that we now have a feature that supports that and makes that even easier. Okay, and now we'll talk about video, YouTube. So with regard to TrueView, we are introducing a new goal-driven way to buy these video formats. So TrueView for Reach is one of those. It is a buying enhancement effectively, and it is a CPM-based format of TrueView in-stream ad that allows you to deliver maximum audience reach at the most efficient price possible. So what this breaks down to is that highly efficient reach. It's automatically optimizing to capture the largest available reach at the lowest possible CPM for you. In terms of simplicity, it's CPM buying. So it's very easy to manage your campaign with that industry standard CPM bidding and billing, which is quite different to the way this was traditionally bought on a cost per view format. And then as well, it allows you to drive results with attentive reach. So we've got the opportunity to capture more and more attention with YouTube's industry-leading viewability and audibility of 95%.
Yeah. Quite high on the viewability scale, I would say, for the industry.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it is industry-leading in terms of viewability. So to be able to buy an industry-leading viewable format on a CPM basis in a cost-efficient way is very exciting, and to optimize on that basis as well. Yeah. So keeping in with YouTube updates, we also have TrueView for Action. So where TrueView for Reach is more about maybe awareness, focusing on reaching new audiences, TrueView for Action is more down at the bottom of the funnel. And it is a goal-driven enhancement for the TrueView format, which involves new features like dynamic elements that allow customers to click out to the advertiser website. And it's also got that target CPA smart bidding so that the format is automatically optimizing towards your conversion goal. So the benefits of this we see first and foremost are the fact that advertisers can optimize their video campaigns towards clicks to site and on-site lightweight conversions, which could be, say, leads or email signups that do become valuable as you nurture those leads. It also allows better performance because it achieves your efficient cost per acquisition and positive ROI using that target cost per acquisition bidding strategy. But also you get the benefit, that full value of video in terms of search uplift and brand uplift as well. And in terms of the workflow, it's a super easy workflow. The dynamic elements that we're talking about that makes it more of a DR format, they're pulled automatically. And then they work in tandem with that target CPA bidding to really optimize the conversions and drive as many of them as possible. So it's a really exciting new format, bringing YouTube more into the DR space and allowing you guys to focus on conversions, but get all of the benefits of video as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so while we talked about TrueView for Reach being more about the upper funnel awareness side of things, TrueView for Action being right down at the bottom of the funnel, more about the DR performance elements, right in between, if we're talking about being able to help you guys get that lift in consideration kind of more towards the mid funnel, we have another new way to buy TrueView ads, which are designed to maximize lift, specifically consideration lift. So it's a maximize lift is a new bidding strategy launching first for the TrueView in-stream format, and it then will expand out to bumpers, and it allows you to optimize your video ad for consideration lift via our brand lift insights and technology. So in optimizing for consideration lift, testers of this format will likely see a higher consideration lift at a more efficient brand lift result per dollar. And it also leverages automated machine learning bidding. As a result, the CPMs tend to be about 30 to 50% cheaper than standard TrueView, but it gives you the benefits of maintaining similar reach. So you still get that coverage as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving away from YouTube and talking about Google Analytics, we've also introduced Google Analytics cross-device reporting and remarketing. So what this is a turnkey solution enabling advertisers to gain access to Google's understanding of its signed-in devices. Once advertisers choose the setting to enable these Google signals, you get 4 new reports showing key metrics broken down by acquisition channels and different device path configurations. So you can now, it gives you a lot more insight there. And then furthermore, you can reach returning users through Google Analytics remarketing across all of their logged in devices on search and display. So we kind of can break this down into reporting and remarketing. In terms of reporting terms, it gives you the opportunity to know the unique reach of your marketing channels, the unique marketing channels. Allows you to understand the purchase flow from a mobile to a desktop website. Obviously, there is a lot of cross-device movement, and we need to understand the impact that it has on conversions and conversion rate, and allows you to uncover the value of multi-device users compared to single-device users. In terms of remarketing, it gives you more flexibility in creating remarketing lists based on multi-session definitions or cross-device data as well. So for instance, you can now define and target users based on those who have, say, added to a cart, but have never purchased on any of their devices. It's not just about what they've done on one device or within one session. It's taking a much broader view of the user. And then as well, in terms of ad serving, you can now serve across devices on your eligible remarketing campaigns in AdWords and in DoubleClick using these lists as well. Okay, so that's everything from from updates related to driving better results. I'll pass it back over to Karan to give you some more announcements based on product improvements and launches related to stronger collaboration.
Thanks, Roxanne. So a lot about results and about collaboration. We are going to speak about how some products, I mentioned at the beginning, DoubleClick is moving under the Google Marketing Platform Suite. So just to take you guys through some changes, Google Marketing Platform is something where we have consolidated Google Analytics 360 and DoubleClick. Then we have a similar change where we got DoubleClick Bid Manager, DoubleClick Campaign Manager, and DoubleClick Studio and Audience Center all come together to make DV 360 or Display and Video 360. And we have more measurement partners across the suite now. So right from your viewability measurement to app measurement cross-device, you should be able to see a list of all these new global partners that we have on our blog post as well. Something really exciting is also the Salesforce and GA360 integration for a lot of advertisers who prefer to use Salesforce as their CRM system. I think it's powerful because it really helps you activate things over the cloud as well. So you have Salesforce Marketing Cloud for activation, which really brings together the power of your first-party data along with your advertising there on Google platforms. So I think that's particularly interesting. Then we have a few other announcements worth looking at, which is more local in nature. I spoke about how omnichannel is a really hot topic that everyone wants to understand the best tech that's there for it. And Google's kind of stepping up, and we have new improvements. For example, we have shop visits in Google Analytics now to be able to give you insights into the online and offline behavior of your customers and be able to drive more impact there. We have smart bidding for shop visits. If the goal of your campaigns or your advertising is to drive more foot traffic, you are now able to optimize your target CPA goals according to shop visits and also your target ROAS goals to just get more people to visit your stores after they've seen your ads. Lastly, we have hotel ads, which for the longest time had their own interface and platform, coming together into Google Ads now. So the big rebrand also making sure that Hotel Ads gets to enjoy the new user interface and experience as well for everyone. So I think it's a big announcement for a lot of you who are either managing these hotel ads or plan to come onto the platform very soon. So that's kind of summarizing all the updates that we had. Hopefully really helpful for you. And before we just move on to the Q&A, I'd like to remind everyone who's watching, Roxanne mentioned this at the beginning, that there is a survey that should take you about 3 to 5 minutes to complete. It's in the video description and also on the chat box on the right. Helps us, the On Air Academy, understand how we are doing and what else you would like to see to make this a better experience for yourself. And of course, tell us if you like something already. So let's quickly move on to some questions that we might have. So the first one that we have is, where do you find mobile speed score?
Yeah, so mobile speed score, this is it's a new landing page in the AdWords interface. Let me just give you the...
I think, I remember seeing that section which gives you landing page details as well of how all your landing pages have performed in your campaigns. So this was not in the legacy UI that we had, but in the new user interface, I think we should be able to see a tab that says landing page.
Yeah, a special landing page reporting tab in the new interface. Exactly.
Yeah, so you should be able to see that in one of the columns that you add. And if you see landing pages right next to that, you will see site score now, in one of the columns that you can toggle as well. So can we use dynamic keyword insertion with responsive search ads is another question. I wouldn't say for sure at this moment we are able to use it, because in the accounts that I have been managing right now, we haven't really seen that change in there. So I guess at this point, I wouldn't confidently say that you are able to use it. But again, feel free to get in touch with your account managers if you work with some, or maybe the Google support teams as well, to get more detail on that product. But in the face of it, I'm not quite sure if you're able to use dynamic keyword insertion there.
Okay. Next question. What should be the ideal mobile speed score to get the most out of ads? The best score that you would be looking for would be 10. So 10 will tell you that the landing page is loading in the fastest possible time. Basically, the closer to 10 you can get, the more likely it is that you're going to be getting the most possible out of your ads. You'll be reducing bounce rate, as the user won't have as long to wait before the page loads and they get to the information that they were looking for. So as close to 10 as you can possibly get. Another feature you can use, I suppose, is testmysite.withgoogle.com, which will also, towards the bottom, give you a comparison of where the website or where the page lands compared to the industry as well. If you want to see how you're doing against your peers in the space.
Yep. Cool. So we have another one where someone's asking us, can you tell us a bit more about hotel campaigns? Hotel ads, per se. Essentially, for if you are someone who's involved in reselling of inventory for hotels, or if you are, if you're an accommodation site yourself, you can use these campaigns which find space or are listed on organic, for when you're on the search page, like how search ads show up. At the same time, if you're searching on maps as well, it's cross-platform, and you are able to then optimize the way your listing shows up, from availability to what's the pricing that you have. And I am conscious that you do need to have integrations with some of the partners who are then able to update this inventory on a regular basis on the back end to make sure that the right information is reflecting on either Google search or on maps. I don't think we'd have the luxury of time to go into the depth of what all hotel ads can do, but I think it's a great proposition for if you are in the hospitality industry and if you're managing inventory for either any of the sites, or you own some inventory yourself. So please do get in touch with an account manager that you work with, or get in touch with our support teams. If you do go onto the support platform and search for hotel ads, you should definitely find some literature, but it's a great place to be from that point of view.
Yeah. Okay. So we have another question there. Where do you find the mobile speed score? So as we said, it is in the landing pages tab in the new interface, a special reporting tab. And second part of that question is, what is the best place to start with setting up TrueView for action? So because it is a new format, we would recommend talk to your Google account manager to make sure it's in line with your goals and you have all of the necessary prerequisites to get going with it. At a really, really high level, we do say make sure that you have your conversion action set up. Often, in order to capture the full consumer journey, it is better to set up TrueView for action in a separate account as well. But in terms of that, your Google account manager is probably best to help you with the kind of execution of those campaigns.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm afraid that's about the time that we have for all the questions. And we appreciate if you have some more coming in. We'd like for you to get in touch with your account managers, as Roxanne said, or please make some use of the help center as well. Get in touch with the support teams that should be available in whichever region you operate in. That's pretty much all from Academy on Air today. Thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully this was a good update from you from Google Marketing Live.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.